Welcome back to The Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here today because, well, we're tackling a highly requested yet honestly deeply misunderstood topic. We're looking at building wealth through passive income, specifically the lazy way to build wealth in 2026, focusing on 7 proven income streams. But let me stop you right there for a second. We are cutting straight through the usual internet get-rich-quick hype today. We've pulled some really fascinating hard data from industry leaders like Shopify, Rich Tactic, Superlore, and AI Tech Speak to show you what actually works, the real numbers, and exactly how you can build these wealth-generating engines for yourself. Okay, let's dive right into this. We need to shatter a massive myth right out of the gate. As Rich Tactic puts it perfectly, no income is truly passive at the start. When we talk about the lazy way to build wealth, we are definitely not talking about some magic push-button trick. The reality? Every single passive income stream requires a heavy lift at the beginning. You basically pay the toll upfront, either with your capital or your labor. The lazy part? That only comes later, once the engine is built and running completely on its own. To really grasp this, we have to understand a fundamental shift in how we think about earning. Most of us operate strictly in the realm of active work. You go to your job, you trade your time for a paycheck. If you stop working, the money literally stops. But the strategies we're looking at today, they live entirely in the semi-passive work category. This is where you do the work once and you set up a system or an asset that pays you repeatedly over time with minimal maintenance. It's all about completely separating your time from your earning potential. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the passive income reality, move into money-making money, explore the digital asset engine, break down the distribution multiplier, and finally, look at building your wealth stack. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Money Making Money, focusing on capital-based streams. So if you already have some savings set aside, this is where your existing money does the heavy lifting for you. Out of everything we'll cover today, these require the absolute lowest amount of daily effort. And the lowest barrier to entry in 2026? Unquestionably, the high-yield savings account. Right now, these are offering anywhere from a 4.5 to 5.0% annual percentage yield. If you're totally risk-averse and simply want your emergency fund to generate some cash rather than losing its value to inflation, this is your zero-effort starting point. Just park the money and let it grow. Stepping up slightly in yield, we have dividend stocks and REITs, which bring in roughly 3 to 10% yields. Now, dividend stocks simply pay you a percentage of a company's earnings just for holding their shares, usually yielding about 3 to 5%. Then you have REITs, or real estate investment trusts, yielding anywhere from 4 to 10%. REITs are honestly fantastic. You pool your money with others to invest in profitable real estate, but you never have to fix a leaky roof or deal with angry tenant complaints at 2 a.m. It's all the dividend benefits with absolutely none of the landlord headaches. Let's ground these numbers for a second to really put this in perspective. High-yield savings requires near zero effort, and you can start with literally any amount. Dividend stocks require very low effort, but realistically, you need around $10,000 invested to see a truly meaningful, scalable return. REITs sit right there in the middle, requiring very low effort, and you can start with a minimum of around $500 on a lot of platforms. These 3 foundational assets are your classic lazy wealth builders if you're working with upfront capital. Okay, moving right along to Section 2, the digital asset engine. Let's look at content-based streams. But what if you don't have a massive pile of cash just sitting around? Don't worry, because these content-based streams require very little upfront capital. They do, however, demand high upfront effort. But here is the great news. AI tools have completely collapsed production costs in 2026. Tasks like writing scripts, generating high-quality voiceovers, or designing graphics used to cost thousands of dollars. Today, AI absolutely removes those barriers, fully enabling this beautiful create once, sell forever model for everyday people. Now, what's really interesting here is how incredibly streamlined this process has become. Take the faceless YouTube workflow, for example. You script with an AI assistant, generate an AI voiceover, and edit it together with stock footage. According to some eye-opening data from AI Tech Speak, a 10-minute faceless YouTube video that used to take days of filming and editing can now be produced in under 2 hours. A well-optimized video in a high-paying niche can pull in ad revenue every single month for years. It is a massive digital asset. Which brings us to our 5th stream, digital products. These are assets you create exactly once, and then you sell them an unlimited number of times with zero marginal cost. Think Notion templates, budget spreadsheets, or specialized ebooks. You spend a few weeks designing a highly useful template, and then you list it online. Whether one person buys it or 10,000 people buy it, your cost of production remains exactly the same. No physical shipping, no warehouse space needed. Industry data shows creators are consistently bringing in anywhere from $100,000 to $20,000 a month with massive, nearly 100% profit margins. And that leads right into our sixth stream, which is print on demand. This basically takes that digital product model and applies it to physical goods. You create a design for a t-shirt, a mug, whatever it is. When a customer buys it, a third-party platform prints the item and ships it directly to them. You hold zero inventory. No boxes of unsold extra-large shirts taking up space in your garage. And according to data from the print-on-demand platform Gelato, successful sellers are earning between $1,500 and $10,000 a month once they finally hit on a winning design.
All right, on to section 3, the distribution multiplier. Let's talk about scaling with affiliate marketing. So the crucial point here is that we need some connective tissue to scale all these digital efforts up. That is affiliate marketing, simply recommending a product or service to an audience and earning a commission when someone uses your link to buy. This is our seventh income stream, and it is honestly the ultimate low-risk, highly scalable multiplier. Whether you have a blog, a faceless YouTube channel, or just a really solid email list, you don't even need your own product. You just naturally recommend software or gear you already use and earn a cut of the sale automatically.
But hey, I want to ground us in reality here for a second. The growth curve for content and affiliate marketing is notoriously flat at the beginning. As you can see, in months 1 through 3, you are grinding for maybe $0 to $200. Around month 6, you might finally hit $200 to $800. It's not until you survive that initial flatline and reach month 12 and beyond that the real exponential growth kicks in, pushing you to $3,000 or more a month. You absolutely have to push through the quiet phase to reap the passive rewards later. Finally, section 4, building your wealth stack. Let's see how this all comes together.
So how do we actually take these 7 streams and apply them to your life without completely burning out? Well, the sources we analyzed all point to a very specific strategy. First, assess what you have right now. Do you have more time or more money? Then, and this is absolutely critical, pick one method to focus on first. Seriously, do not try to start a YouTube channel, a print-on-demand store, and a blog all on the exact same day. If you spread yourself too thin, you'll fail at all 3. Expect 6 to 12 months of front-loaded work. Then, when the money starts coming in, you reinvest those early earnings into dividend stocks or delegate tasks to freelancers. That is exactly how you build a self-sustaining system. At the end of the day, building wealth the lazy way isn't about avoiding hard work entirely. It's about front-loading your work into assets that pay you while you sleep. The tools to do this are cheaper and faster than ever in 2026. The only thing missing now is execution. So my question to you is this: which passive engine are you going to build first today? Pick your stream, put in those upfront reps, and start building your financial freedom. Thanks for hanging out and learning with me today on The Explainer.